Hey everybody, this is Scotty with Sketchy's Garage, and today we're going to talk about this week's episode of Fastest in America, Team Northeast versus Team Detroit. I gotta say, I figured this one was going to be a really good one, and it delivered. At least on my front, I thought it was really good racing. I liked all the characters in the game. Nobody was too out of control. There was a guy that was out there a little bit, but he was just having a fun time, and you can't blame him for that. It's kind of probably a once in a lifetime opportunity for him. So I'm just going to jump right into it. The first question I got for you guys, who was the best leader between Rankin and Chucky? Both of them had some tough calls to make. Some of them had some wins. Some of them had some losses. I personally think that Chucky faded towards the end, and that will go with another question later on in this segment. But I think Rankin just did outnudge him. His crew was almost on the verge of getting slightly unruly, and he was able to reel them back in and get everybody under his umbrella, and was able to get the victory. Like I say, I knew that one was going to be a really good round. I really liked it, and there were some upsets. Next thing I want to talk about is the first race. How important is it to get the first win? It really sets the tone. Most of the time, you're going to end up winning it all when you can win the first race. Not all the time, but to me, the first race and the last race are the two most important. So I put a lot of credence in that. Next question I got for you guys is the diesel truck. What do you guys think about that? I thought it was pretty cool. I was wanting to know if you guys thought that maybe they should have a whole episode of nothing but a diesel truck showdown. See who's got the fastest diesel truck in America. I think it'd be pretty neat. You guys let me know in the comments below. The next thing is, are the bullhorns on the cars getting out of control? You know, they first started out being this big, this big, this big, this big. Now they're like this big. Are we going to see them as high as the roof line next year? Me personally, I wouldn't want one that big, but that's to each their own. What you guys think out there? There was a few cars in this episode that had traction control. How do you guys feel about that? Should they allow them, or should it be all by driver filled? Have the driver pedal it, or at least have it to where they're doing it by a tune versus RPM and drive shaft speed and time. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think? This brings me back to my first question. Who do you think had a harder time breathing, the cars or the drivers? This episode, it looked like a few of the guys was really struggling, just like keeping their breaths. If you watch the episodes, they got like a cold sweat going on, and they got the short breaths. I think it really affected Chucky, to be honest with you, because he's usually a pretty lively feller, and then towards the end, he just kind of nosed down a little bit. That's my opinion, but I don't know. What do you guys out there think? Should have Block been wearing sunglasses? His face was looking pretty rough. It looked like he was black and blue, almost down to the bottom of his cheeks. I know it had to be humbling for him to have to walk around that whole time looking like that. I believe everybody's kind of kissed and made up and everybody's friends again, but that was probably pretty surreal for him. My next thing I want to talk about is Johnny Quick and Chucky Davis kind of losing some upset losses. You know, those are two of the realest guys out there, and they just ran into someone a little bit realer than them that day on that street. So I was really shocked, to be honest with you, but I thought it was pretty cool at the same time. That's just letting you know that so many people's out there putting in work, doing testing, trying this, trying that, and just the people we see all the time may not be the fastest. You know, there's probably a guy in Iowa that's got the baddest car in the world, and we just don't know about it because he just ain't had his shot yet. So I really like that, and it keeps things interesting. And the last thing I want to talk about is the crowd that was at this race. I'll say that they was like the most invested, and what I mean by that is like when their team won, You know, it wasn't just a rah, rah, rah. It was, you could see it in their face and in their body language. Is they wanted that win. They wanted to be the best. It's, to me, out of all the crowd so far, they had the most realist emotions, I would say. And to me, that just makes me want to go out there and build something faster and faster and faster. It kind of gets you pumped up, like knowing that people want to put that much effort and work into it, and I really appreciate that, and I hope you guys do too. One more thing I want to talk about. This is off of just No Prep King stuff. I hear some guys talk about the weight breaks and stuff like that. The thing that gets to me is it's supposed to be like a street outlaw class. I don't even see the need to have weight restrictions. You know, you're calling it an outlaw class. The no prep surface is supposed to be the equalizer. As long as the car and chassis is safe, I don't see a purpose in putting weight restrictions. That's just my opinion. You know, I want to see someone build the absolute fastest thing possible, not put a lot of hard work and time into making something really light and then having to add a bunch of weight to it to meet rules. Just, that's my thinking on it. You guys tell me what you think in the comments below, and you guys have a good week.
Yeah. I ain't got that money on level. Where that boy in that white t-shirt with that 20 grand? Get with him. Yep, all in one pot. We got to bet for all ain't count up. Hey. White t-shirt and Happy said they got it. We got it. I'm gonna come to your house if I lose. I'm a pretty good work hand. I'm a pretty good work hand. Whatever you want. He the fastest man if you beat him. I bet you Tristan way uglier than he is.
Hey, Mike talked to him. It was right there. Where's the button at?
Get with what's his name? Adam or whoever. Put it in the pot. I'm gonna give y'all bet for whatever I got.
So how's that work? I'm just asking. I don't know.
Get with them.
Are you
whatever pot y'all count up, all the money they count up.
Right there.
I'm gonna cover it. I'm betting on Tristan Wayne.
I got to see the guy with the hat.
We're gonna be needing that 20 grand about right now.
Okay.
20 grand.
Where's the bet?
Now this fella said he had 20 grand. We want that 20 grand right now.
About 20 grand.
He said he had it. He said he want to bet on the Prestons 20 grand. AJ said 20 grand.
Hey, we got 9,000 right here right now.
But 9 don't add up to 20.
Hey, so you rather go home without 9?
I'm just saying this dude called us out while ago for 20.
No, did he? I think it's
This
going
fella right here said 20 grand.
Hey, let me tell you, it's going to happen. I got 9 right now.
9's great.
Hey, it's going to happen. Relax.
I'm good.
Relax. It's going to happen.
They're going to lose 10,000 in the finals and then another 20,000 after the finals.
20 is 20.
AJ going to be 30 short.